The time for investing in fossil fuels is over.
Today's demonstration is one of hundreds taking place across the world as part of Global Divestment Day, a movement that's gained significant momentum over the past 2 years.
It's been the fastest growing divestment campaign in history.
It is grassroots driven, it is youth led, it is based on including everybody.
Do you stand against fossil fuels? Say yes! Do you stand against climate change?
Thank you for coming today to attend the wedding of Big Oil in the University of California. Before we do the wedding, however, I'd like you to hear the prenup. It just seems reasonable that before the wedding you want to know what the financial relations are because, of course, money's at the core of all loving relationships. Here we have the prenup.
This prenuptial agreement was made on Global Divestment Day, February 13, 2015, by and betwixt the Regents of the University of California, a corporation in the great state of California, and the fossil fuel industry, a multinational syndicate operating from Ecuador to California, from the Arctic to Australia. Separate property, including campuses and extraction infrastructures, shall remain separate. The UC will maintain its $10 billion of investment in the fossil fuel industry, while postulating as a climate change leader and reducing carbon emissions on campus. The fossil fuel industry will continue its $5 million a year contribution to UC Berkeley for its BP Biofuels Institute, as well as other contributions for projects and professorship. In the case of divestment from the top 200 fossil fuel companies, this marriage shall be null and void, allowing each party to pursue their own profitable or educational endeavors. Signed, the Regents of the University of California and the fossil fuel industry.
Hey guys, up. Stand up. I forgot about that part. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to witness the union of Big Oil and the University of California in holy matrimony, which is an honorable estate that is not to be entered into unadvisedly or lightly, but reverently and soberly. Who would like to go first with vows?
I got this. Today I take your hand in order to prosper and profit together, as a vow to keep you safe from the lower undesirables away in our castle of fantasy that we'll build together. I take you to be my partner right through to the ashes of masses. Any who rebel against our love will stand no chance. The universe itself, with all its power and beauty, cannot tear us apart. Together we will tower and change the world as our interconnected love expands. You tell nearly everyone you know that you put your worth in the health and concern for the earth and its people. But no matter what, you put your worth in me. And that's where it belongs. People say to you, put your money where your mouth is, girl. You can say you put your money where your heart is. In my dirty pocket. I mean, in our wisdom of love.
And do you have any vows?
Honey, you can do this. I vow to stay forever bonded with you through violating environmental justice. I vow to maintain a deceitful collusion with you that disregards and threatens the lives of future generations. Our love and togetherness will always come first. I vow to buy and sell stocks within your companies for financial profit. I vow to use cash for my retirement plan to invest in you because you know what's best for me. And you might save me from social and economical collapse when we're older. I vow to continue to invest billions of dollars and keep our UC Regents personally investing in your myriad destructive companies. I vow to continue to be manipulated by your fossil fuel company CEOs, especially Peabody Coal. I vow to continue to lend you, our UC students and faculty's scientific discoveries to your research on dirty energy if you keep providing for me.
Yay!
I'll invest my money into you at the expense of our students, even though I have the power to change this. I vow to let your CEOs of companies like Chevron be board members at my institutions, even though several UC faculty members conduct groundbreaking research on solar and wind. I vow to perpetuate more severe droughts and help give rise to extreme weather events that are not only unpredictable, but take the lives of many. And I vow to cause genocide of global climate and to sustain this abusive relationship, even though investing in renewable energy would make us more money and save the planet.
And now, if anyone has any reason why this couple should not be joined in matrimony, let them speak now or forever hold their peace.
I'd just like to say that Whitman College in Walla Walla, Washington had a marriage between their president and Big Oil. Really? 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 That marriage did not work out. The next year, the faculty chose to divest from Big Oil in Walla Walla at Whitman College. Anybody else?
You should ditch him now, girl, because in 15, 20 years, he's going to be broke on the skids. We're going to run him out of town.
My wedding.
Any objections? Anyone think this is messed up?
You see, what about the Earth? You said you loved us.
But I love him.
He doesn't love you, he just loves your money.
You love his money too, apparently.
I object because already UC is married to me. I represent the military-industrial complex at UC. I don't know what kind of sick polyamory we're into now. I'm not going to put up with that.
I object because UC's already demonstrated infidelity in previous relationships, like with the South African apartheid. So they've already gone through one divorce. Save them for another one. Don't do this marriage.
I think that what we all should do is come away from this unholy union with a determination to boycott and to organize and to continue to do this in a strident way until they absolutely divest and in fact take a leadership position in developing renewable sources of energy and upgrade the bus system to be renewable and everything else that would reflect the kind of institution that shows what we all know and need now. Thank you very much.
This oil industry has been fracking all across the country, and I just don't think it's a good idea.
I'm speaking on behalf of the family of the bride that had to pay for this wedding. It's It's too extravagant. It's too extravagant. We don't have money, and this is just an old-fashioned custom and tradition of students, aka the family, having to pay for this extravagant wedding. You know, we just had to take out extra loans to pay for this wedding, and you know, that's money that isn't going into feeding our families, and it's money that's going into this marriage rather than investing in the things that we need, like smaller class sizes, right? And you see, you're being a little bit selfish in this instance. You're being very selfish because it's not as if you're paying for this. You know, think about the people that are paying out of this that can't be paying for it. So I object, and I want my money back.
I'm speaking as a child of the bride, and I haven't told you this because I was afraid, but that man has abused me, and I'm afraid he's gonna kill me in the future. And here you are marrying him, and that's why I object.
I know you want answers, and here's your answer.
We're here on behalf of the UC Regents, and I'd like to thank you all for being here on this beautiful day. We really appreciate student involvement, participation, and voice. As Napolitano says, how we invest is in part a reflection of our institutional values. We must be mindful of all of our investments as a whole. Strategic, sustainable investment is the goal, not divestment, case by case.
And speaking of values, you know, infidelity, that's what everyone's doing these days, right? I mean, you gotta keep with the times. We're just trying to, like, cover all our bases, you know? Yeah, I mean, but to solely invest in renewable energies, that would just be crazy, you know? That'd be putting all our eggs in one basket, or whatever that is. Anyway, thank you for being here today. Really, in the end, it's us that makes the decision, so. Have a nice day.
Have a nice bullshit! Your ESG framework your ESG investment framework is nothing but a wait and see, do nothing approach. It's very similar to how UC was one of the last investor entities to get out of South African apartheid. Stop dithering. Divest your fossil fuels now. Annul this wedding before it even starts.
If you talk to my secretary, we can make an appointment on Monday.
Anyway, I think what the Regents says, now they're getting married, so let's do this thing. So, I'm going to now... I have a question.
I'm tired of going to war for oil. I'm tired of babies and children getting mowed down and killed by our weaponry, by our soldiers for oil.
Show some respect. This is a wedding.
I totally object to this unholy man.
I have a question for the University of California. Do you take this fuel to be your lawfully wedded fuel? In boom times and in busts, in sickness and in more sickness. Do you promise to love, cherish, and obey this transnational cabal of a guy? He doesn't have to obey, by the way. In case you're getting cold feet about handing over your future to a spouse who's, drilling a lot when he's not home. A lot of his exes say he promised them the moon and then left them with, debt and sick kids that destroyed mountains and polluted water. Do you promise to love, honor, and obey this man?
Don't do it.
I do.
And does Big Oil promise anything? Promises that you'll probably break immediately, like the ones you made in Alaska to indigenous people, or the vows you made to the people of New Orleans and the Gulf?
Yeah, I'm down. I do.
He does. All right, do you have rings? His ring says, one ring to rule them all, and in the darkness bind them. All right. By the power invested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss.
Oh my God.
Memories to remember this glorious event.
You know what we're doing here? Especially because the brain damage caused by a lot of these processes really affects the memories.
Like lemon drops high above the chimney top, that's where you find